So the gain situation is more complex. We should consider whether the exchange has commercial substance and the cash receipts. In case if the exchange has commercial substance, the gain is same as the loss should be recognized immediately. In this example, we are given the old assets to be given up, book value 42,000, which is the difference between 64 and accumulated depreciation 22. And the fair value of the old truck is $49,000. The fair value is greater than the book value, so that will result in the gain. The cash to be paid is $11,000. So similar as the last situation, we should determine the cost of new equipment or machines. The formula is the fair value of old equipment plus cash payments. So the fair value of the old equipment is 49, cash paid is 11, so the book value we should recognize for the new truck is $60,000. The gain is difference between the fair value 49 and book value 42,000 and $7,000. This is the case the exchange has commercial substance, so all the $7,000 must be recognized 100%. So we are going to debit the truck, which we calculate $60,000. We write off the old truck from the book by debit accumulated depreciation and credit the cost. And the gain 7,000 should be recognized, and the cash paid 11. And the gain is difference between fair value and book value of the old truck. If the exchange lacks commercial substance, we should consider whether there is any cash received and how much. In this case, we learn this exchange lacks commercial substance and no cash received. So we are going to defer the gain recognition. All the $7,000 gains will be deferred. We also reduce the basis or the cost of the new machine or equipment. This is a journal entry when the exchange has commercial substance. If it lacks commercial substance and no cash received, so no gain recognized right now because it is deferred, and we are going to reduce the book value of the newly acquired machine or truck, which is 60 subtract $7,000, so it's $53,000. The journal entry is this. So the basis of semi-truck, there's two ways to calculate. One is the fair value of semi-truck subtract the gains deferred, or the book value of the old truck plus the cash paid. The next is the exchange lacks commercial substance but some cash received. Cash received, we refer it as the booked, which is used to calculate the gains to be recognized. The formula is this. If some cash received, that's a booked as a numerator. The denominator is booked plus the fair value of the newly acquired assets. Multiply the total gain, so that's the gain recognized. So in this example, the book value of old machine 60,000, which is the difference between cost 110 and the accumulated depreciation 50. Fair value 100, which is greater than the book value, so there is a $40,000 total gain. Because it lacks commercial substance, some cash received, so we are going to recognize part of the gain, $40,000. So the gain is a fair value of old, subtract the book value of the old. That's the total gain. We have the fair value of the newly acquired machine and the cash received. Next, we calculate the amount of gain to be recognized. The boot, $10,000 as a numerator. The denominator is the boot plus the fair value of the new machine. Actually, this part equals 10%. So the gain will be recognized is $4,000. and the total gain $40,000. So $36,000 is deferred. Because only $4,000 gain recognized, the basis of a new machine will be changed. Basically, we follow the same formula. First is the fair value subtract the gain deferred. Next one is book value of old machine plus the portion of book value presumed sold. The calculation is this. We are going to debit the cash and debit the basis of the new machine, write off the book value of the old machine, and only recognize part of the gain, $4,000. Keep in mind, if the cash received is 25% or more, we should recognize entire gains because the earnings recognition is substantially complete. This also a summary of gain and losses recognition on exchange of non-monetary assets. 3 steps. First is to calculate the gain or losses, which is the difference between the book value or fair value of old assets. If it is loss, all the loss should be recognized. If it is gain, it relies on 2 factors. One is whether it has commercial substance or lacks commercial substance. If it lacks commercial substance, depends on these 3 situations. One is any cash received. If nothing, no gain is recognized. The gain will be deferred. Some cash received, we will use the formula to calculate the gain. If more than 25% is received, all the gains will be recognized.